Welcome back to TouhouSniper98's commentary manual guide to quickscoping in an MMO FPS game called Combat Arms. My name is AzN3AlK0, and I will be your host for this 5-part series, and we are about to wrap up this series with the 5th and last installment on the advanced techniques, trick shots, and other tips that hopefully you will find useful. To begin, we will discuss different snipers and classify them into a quickscoping category and a camper category. Please note that semi-automatic and automatic sniper rifles tend to be very accurate over range to counterbalance their two-shot capabilities, so don't be an asshole and stick to camping. Technically speaking, all bolt-action and one-shot sniper rifles are capable of quickscoping. But the question now is, to what extent? For starters, let's discuss several of the sniper rifles. The 50 caliber variants, in other words, anti-tank or anti-material sniper rifles like the M107CQ family, the M99-2, and the ZVI Falcon are all poor candidates for quickscoping due to their heavy portabilities, making you an easy target for more mobile quickscopers. The type of scope is also very important, as there are 6 types of sniper scopes available for sniper rifles in Combat Arms. The half zoom, or the double zoom because of their double zoom capabilities, the 4x zoom, or what is called the L9 scope, and the 6x zoom, and the enhanced scope, are the 3 prominent scopes seen in Combat Arms snipers. The last 3 that are not mentioned here and are more on the rarer side of things are the M200 scope, which is the single magenta chevron in the center of the scope as seen on the M200, the ZVI Falcon, the FRF2, and strangely enough the XM25 CDTE. Why that's there, I have no idea, but whatever. The S58 scope, which is the thin crosshair with a single small red dot in the center as seen on the S58 musket, the E57 musket, and the M1866, and the Dragunov scope, which is a larger black chevron with a small red dot at the tip of the chevron, unique only to the G Dragunov family. You must try out different scopes to see which ones are most comfortable with you. Most players are most comfortable with the L9 zoom snipers, since they are the most familiar with it due to the facts that low-ranking sniper rifles all have the same L9 zoom and scope, and that the L96A1 is probably and most likely the most popular low-ranking sniper rifle, so most players are used to the L9 scope. I personally am most comfortable with the L9 zoom and the half zoom on the double zoom, which may explain why some of you sometimes see me act like a dick and run around with 50 calibers. And in case you are wondering why I didn't mention the PSG-1 family, they are indeed unique in the fact that they are the only sniper rifles to have half zooms, but since they have L96A1 scopes, I didn't think it was necessary to mention them. Besides, who even uses them anymore? Now that we've discussed different sniper rifles that you should take into consideration while quickscoping, we must now discuss body multipliers. Just like in Call of Duty, Combat Arms implements a pseudo-system of body multipliers that is more often than not screwed over by lag compensation and all that bullshit. Most veteran Combat Arms players know that there is a body multiplier on the back, but what exactly these multipliers are, we may never know in terms of numerical statistics. The important thing to remember is that shooting someone in the back will always deal more damage than to the front unless you're talking about different mercenaries. This is what allows the M24, which is normally a 2-shot bolt-action rifle, if left unsuppressed, capable of one-shotting people to the back, even though it only has a damage rating of 90. Shooting non-vital areas of the body like the legs and the feet will sometimes grant you a tank instead of the kill. The arms, for whatever reason, is treated as if, or at least the upper arms, as if you shot the chest area, so usually you don't have to worry about someone taking your shot to their arms under normal circumstances. Armor is another important thing to consider. One of the most popular vests that you see used in Combat Arms is a light vest, or if people are using an X, recon vest. Light vests and recon vests, because of their negative 10% to armor protection, increase body multipliers to the front when shot by sniper rifles, whereas heavy vests and other vests that increase armor protection decrease body multipliers to the front. This explains why certain sniper rifles like the M24A3 and the Dragunov SVDS and other sniper rifles that are short of perfect 100 damage by maybe a few points are often able to one-shot light vesters to the front, and this also explains why so many people hate those goddamn fucking housers. And finally, one last tidbit of information before we move on to the advanced portion of this video. The Team G1 family and the TRG-21 family have the fastest draw speeds of all sniper rifles and combat arms. In fact, their draw speeds are so fast that you can fire faster while constantly quick switching than if you did not. So make sure to keep that in mind. And finally, now it is time for the truly advanced techniques of quickscoping and other sniping shenanigans. Trick shots. Obviously, we don't want any fucking COD fanboys in this video because obviously sniping mechanics are much different in combat arms than it obviously is in Call of Duty, obviously. So in case I obviously didn't say obviously way too many times, do you get the fucking point or not? The most basic trick shot in combat arms is the simple jump shot, or the jump scope. It is simply a shot that you take and hit while in midair. This is considered a trick shot because, in combat arms, your invisible sniper spread enlarges to max when jumping, but sometimes zooming in will send the bullet flying right on spot. The jump scope is best performed up close, for the bullet will have the best chance of going where your sniper scope actually aims. The jump scope is upgraded to a Superman if you jump off a ledge, a balcony, or any position of elevated height while taking a shot in midair. Plus, it looks a lot more damn awesome. From here, you can invent any kind of trick shot that you can think of. The next most common and widely known trick shot is the 360, but because it is much more difficult to pull off a 360 on PC than it is on console like Xbox or PlayStation, not that I'm trying to bag on them or anything, knowing exactly how much to turn your mouse is a challenge in itself, so do try to practice your 360 beforehand before actually trying to attempt them in a pub game. Now for movement sniping. In combat arms, it is possible to snipe targets at close range while moving via quickscoping, but the method in which this is executed must be done in extremely quick succession. All you need to do is quickscope while walking forward. Sounds simple at first, but when you actually try it out, you'll find that constantly being on the move while sniping is no easy feat to complete. This technique will effectively remove your need to stay still when taking a shot at close range, but exactly how this mechanic works is unknown, or whether or not its reliability is 100% reliable, for lack of a better term. That'll conclude the 5-part series on quickscoping in combat arms. I have been your host, Asian Psycho, aka TouhouSniper98, and I hope that you have found this playlist useful. I will be starting a new informative combat arms series called Combat Arms in Depth within a week or so of uploading this video, and that series will contain everything from combat arms gameplay, mechanics, to map reviews. So make sure to tune in for that. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you see you all again soon in the Combat Arms in Depth.